I just sold a MapleStory character for $11,000. And I'm not joking. I am the #1 sale in MapleStory universe history. Today, I wanted to kind of finalize what I've been doing for the past couple of weeks. I've been making a lot of videos in regards to MapleStory universe. My journey, of course, being someone that has never played MapleStory at all. I was onboarded by someone that did play MapleStory. He said he should check out the game. And now I have the record-breaking #1 sale in history. If you don't believe me, that's okay. You can look at my activity page. It's public. This is my hashtag if you want to go ahead and track it. 900 million Nessos was traded 17 hours ago. I want to give you everything that I have learned now that I am not going to be playing the game, likely for the next couple of months at least. If the game does survive, the next couple of months, I will likely be doing a re-entry at some point or another. But as it stands, I'm happy with the way that I have played this game. So what happened? We sold 2 characters. The first one was not Cozy. The first one was actually, I don't know if I can zoom in enough here. It's probably going to take a while here because I sold a lot of items. But we sold our Bishop. The Bishop was actually the first character that we got into the game with. This character, I actually sold for about 200 million. This was 3 days ago. You could see this character right here. So we pulled out over 1 billion Nessos here. This character, the first one, the Bishop, I bought for about $2,000 worth of items. So I bought the character for very cheap, upgraded the character about $2,000 worth of items, and was able to sell it for $2,600. Before you say only $600 profit, I actually got really good drops on this character and probably made over $4,000 worth of items just out of minting them. So great investment here for Condemnation. It was a Bishop. The thesis was that at the time, a lot of people were entering MapleStory universe. I anticipated that most of the audience would be Web 2, as I assume most of you are Web 2. You're not native to crypto, and so you don't really understand just how much money is in crypto. There's a ridiculous amount of money in crypto, which I think a lot of you will come to understand over time if you continue to go around crypto ecosystems as hesitant you can be. I think the Web 2 gaming industry is struggling as a whole. So I found the arbitrage opportunity of buying the Unchained sets early on. I was able to flip them for 5x profit, and I even made videos on this, me flipping these items for 5x profit. It was a great trade. And also Condemnation, being a Bishop, was one of the most in-demand classes in the game. There was a YouTuber by the name of Coppersan, which recommended Bishop as his #1 class in the game. I didn't enjoy it, but I'm sure some of you did enjoy it. And so clearly someone ended up picking up our Bishop, ended up picking up the items, maybe to flip it, maybe not to flip it. And I was able to make a profit there. Now, in terms of Cozy, so Cozy was an interesting one. Cozy was the big investment that I put into the game. If you didn't know, I 20 starred this character in terms of star forcing, which is a very expensive investment with my Ravenhorn. I don't think it will show me the items that it had beforehand. So I don't think I can see that right here. But we had, I think it was about 800 million Nessos worth of investment. And in terms of items that we received, it was well over 300, 400 million worth of Nessos. So pretty good flip here. We got it for 900 million Nessos. And so we got a profit of about 100 million Nessos. And at the same time, I was able to farm well over $5,000 worth of items. So great trade there. The logic was that Shadowers are an imbalanced class inside of MapleStory, which this still stands true. Thieves have the most expensive items in the game. And as the minting event was happening, think about it this way. In MapleStory universe right now, they recently ended up changing the way it all works. Now the way it works on MapleStory universe is that raffles are having a 3-day delay because a lot of people were going ahead and using hacks to kill the endgame bosses, and that really flooded the market with items. Now, I bought these items at a higher price, but at the same time, I was able to enchant them at a very low price as a result of not a lot of people having these items. The less people that have an item and the less people that are enchanting, that just means that it's just not going to have that high of a price. What ended up happening is that when this event started, where they started boosting the rewards and tons of items were flooding the markets, people were enchanting en masse, and the price for enchantments skyrocketed. The cool thing, here's the arbitrage opportunity, was that the items cost way less, even at the inflated prices that they were, to go ahead and grab than to enchant. The main spend was the enchanting. And so when enchantment prices went up over 1,000%, the character itself was able to maintain its value even despite the current drama that's happening within the game. And that's why with Cozy, I mean, this is a character that can trio Lotus no problem, maybe even duo it. I was able to get it to the stage. Even at level 202, I was able to sell it at 900 million million Nessos. The lesson here is that not only do you have to be early, but you have to be in tune with the community. There is a guild. It's called Lime. And through upgrading my characters, I was able to get a slot into it. It was the #1 guild. It still is, I think, the #1 guild on MapleStory Universe. I want to shout out Kunpeki and I want to shout out Zeal. They were invaluable in teaching me how to play MapleStory Universe. These guys are amazing human beings, and I just want to shout them out in this video specifically. This community is very helpful. If you actually go ahead and look for the people, you will find them. Web3 is all about networking and understanding what people are not understanding. And Web2 people don't understand scarcity. A good example of that is the U Mushroom coupon. This is by far the best pet in the game. It gives you every ability that you need in the game by far. Now, it only lasts 100 days. And this pet right now at 4.8 million, this pet, you cannot get this pet in the game, and yet it has 533 million Nessos worth of volume. What this means is that there will only be less of these over time. The best pet in the game, it lasts for 100 days, and it's going to last less and less time. The magnet pets in this game were selling for over 60 million. And how do I know that? Well, I know that because I sold my pet for over 60 million. I don't think I can pull it here because I'd have to keep scrolling for ages. Maybe I can search up Turkey. Okay, yeah, exactly. So I bought it a month ago for 45 million Nessos. It had the magnet effect, which is the effect that everybody wants to go ahead and grab. I'll show it for you so you could see it. You see magnet effect right there. Boom. Now, I was able to sell this for 60 million Nessos. So I flipped this for a profit, even through the 5% fee. And I realized, hey, I mean, there are a lot of people that want these magnet effects. I don't know how long this game is going to last, but I do know that you can get the magnet effect for very cheap off of these mushrooms. And so these mushrooms are killer. I mean, they were at 500,000 Nessos. Now they're at 4.8 million. I would even argue at this stage, still pretty good. I mean, I know there's a guy selling 70 of them at 4.9 million, but I still think eventually it'll catch up with listings. Enough of these will sell, and this will continue to be good. But guys in Web 2, you're not going to understand this part because you'll be like, you'll enter the game, you won't know people are farming this in beta, you won't know that these are actually worth real money. It takes you a while to learn this, and those are the opportunities we want to find in the market right now. Another good one for me was the 7-day badge. So the 7-day badge has like a 0.02% drop rate. And even throughout the crazy volatility that we've been experiencing over the past couple of weeks because of the boosted rates, these have still maintained value. I mean, this still at 20 million is exactly where I bought it. I mean, this is where I bought these before the prices for everything went ahead and crashed, and they've still maintained their value. In fact, at one point they spiked to 60 million. And so you want to find things with very low drop rates that, yes, they will be a little bit more expensive, but they will actually maintain their value. Something that, for example, recently, because of the new patch, is not maintaining its value is the Dominator pendants. This dropped on Arcarium. If you did normal Arcarium, which isn't very difficult to do if you have decent gear, then you had, I believe it's about a 5% drop rate to get this Dominator pendant. It held its value great, but the second that they boosted rewards on the bosses, this absolutely crashed in value. But at the same time, the 7-day badge, because this is pretty much only earned on Monster Hunt, was able to retain its value, which is exactly what we want to find in terms of items. Another one that did the same exact thing is the Neophyte rings. The only way you can get this is off the party quest, and there is an abysmal rate to actually get this item. So these items held the best, and they were able to sell for a heck of a lot more. And at the same time, if you did not know this, by far the cheapest item to enhance in the game to do triple lines on is the ring. So I'm giving you guys all the alpha here because I'm not playing the game anymore, essentially. So I'm spilling all of the tea right now. I hope you're taking notes because seriously, this is the best alpha that you probably will get in this game that any YouTuber will give you. I mean, simply put, this is what you need to be looking for, and this is how you need to lock in. Now, future steps. There are a couple items that are absolutely enormous right now. The Stigma coin, the Absolab coin, this will give you the end game gear. I do think the price for this, it's been going down for a long time. After the event ends, I'm assuming a lot of people are going to be selling their characters, the boosted rewards end. I think that happened. I think they did a patch where they, messed with the rewards a little bit. So maybe that's happening right now, but you want to look for when they decrease the rate of boss rewards, which I think happened yesterday. A lot of people are going to be flooding their characters. Hopefully this maintains for a while. I expect in a week or two, if the game is still alive, if things are still healthy, that these items are going to bounce, because the less of them that are out there, if all of a sudden there's a shock and there's still players coming in, then these items are going to be be great investments. They're the end game gear. They're what's going to allow you to clear Lotus, Damien. Right now, Lotus and Damien are still hyper profitable. Now, I don't think this is going to last forever because eventually people will catch up. I think that's going to happen in the next month, but there might be that 2-week time span where you'll be able to arb these items and you'll be able to actually make money. So how much did I end up making off of MapleStory Universe? So I put in probably somewhere around 900 million Nessos, and I cashed out easily over 2 billion Nessos, some off of over-the-counter trades, and of course selling on the marketplace as well. My advice to you guys, because I know a lot of you are in Web 2 and you came to MapleStory to have some fun, it will change people's lives. And I've been doing this full time since 2021, since the Axie Infinity days. I have literally, I quit my job in 2021 and I never looked back. This is a golden opportunity for you all to learn the space, to understand that yes, you could use some of those principles there's so much money in crypto. There's so much opportunity, and the opportunity is for you to take and for you to take advantage of if you so wish to have it. So with this being said, I have a Discord. It's the link in the description. It's not the main thing we do anymore because gaming just doesn't make as much money as some of the other things we do, but still much better than playing League of Legends, doing nothing, getting tilted, being insufferable. I think it's better. So that's my story. Thank you so much for watching my MapleStory videos. Hopefully in a couple months I come back, but until the next time, stay classy. And that's all.